Let's take a moment to arrive. All of us here, let's arrive. Take up space. Land yourself in your physical body, wherever you are, whether you are standing or you're sitting. If you're seated, allow yourself to land in the pelvic bowl and let the bowl really just release and trust in gravity's hold. If you are standing, allow your 2 feet to root. Feel the soles of your feet on the ground connecting with the surface of the earth. If you're seated and you want to land your soles on the floor, that's okay too. Same thing. Connection is poor. Can everyone else see me or hear me? Sometimes it happens when I'm transmitting energy and it just gets really, really wonky. Just trust in the process, trust in the energy. It is all coming through. Perfect. Mary, yes. Connection is good for me, Mercedes. Okay. So for some of you, if your connection seems poor, just trust in the process. Allow yourself to see or hear whichever way that's going for you. And anchor deeper into your heart. Anchor deeper into your heart. Let the feeling of trust diffuse through your entire being. Land even deeper into gravity. Let your spine go down. Sink your tailbone. Sink the tip of your tailbone down. Let the tip of your tailbone penetrate the surface of the earth and go deeper. Let it travel through the primordial void. In the darkness, you are the light, traveling at light speed, as though you already know where you're going. The heart, the very heart of Mother Earth. Let it go. All the thoughts that you have right now in your upper mind, let them go down with the tailbone. Allow yourself to go with the traveling tailbone that is turning into a speeding light towards the very, very heart, the molten lava heart at the center of Earth. I see some questions already coming up. We will absolutely arrive together to bring them all into the space. For now, just let yourself deeply inhale into the belly. Let your gut wisdom awaken. Drop any excessive energy in the upper head, in the mind, as you exhale all the way down into the center of Mother Earth. Connect. And in your heart, bring your awareness into your heart. Let the fire in your heart blaze a light. Let love be felt. Let the embrace of the divinity within you be felt. The higher self that always knows. The soul who moves bravely, courageously in the unknown. Certainty in the unknown. That is who you really are. Now take a deep breath into the heart. Open the heart, really let your body stretch open on the front, squeezing the back of your heart. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Continue to spiral the energy here. Let it be bigger than your body. And exhale it down through the channel, all the way down, back into the heart of Mother Earth, connecting deeply, connecting deeply. Inhale a few times into the belly, specifically becoming aware of the space below the navel, a few inches below the navel. Right inside there is an ocean of chi. And I want you to bring your breath in here. And with each exhale, begin to see this beautiful light that is emerging from the deep waters. So it's like fire beneath the water. Inhaling one more time. Exhaling. Bring all the parts above this belly all the way down. Let them sink into this beautiful ocean. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Place one hand above the other right here, just covering the area below the navel. And allow yourself to breathe in, feeling the belly expand. And breathe out, let the navel go concave, connecting with the spine. A few more times like this, dropping the mind entirely into this ocean of chi. Notice how your body is becoming more still. Notice how your mind is becoming quieter. A few more times like this. And when you're ready, open your eyes and let your smile arrive into the eyes. Just allow that smile to be true. Notice how it relaxes the muscles in your face and let it arrive into the eyes. And take a moment here smiling into your organs. You can close your eyes if it's easier, just looking down, half open eyes, smiling to your organs, smile into the heart, smile into the lungs, smile into the liver, smile into the spleen. Doesn't matter if you don't really know where they are. Just allow your mind to witness the smile of the divine, the smile of the infinite one, the smile of the beloved. Smile into your womb space, the womb of all creations. Begin here. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, doesn't matter. all creations are birthed after a moment of gestation, a few moments sometimes, but it is all here. And smile into your kidneys right here, behind your belly. Take a moment here just to open your eyes, roll your eyes upward, squeezing with a tiny bit of tension the third eye between your brows. And see if you can connect the third eye to the center of your head. Open the crown. And looking back down. And connect slowly with the beautiful crown chakra. Let it be open to the spiraling lavender light that is coming through. Just become aware of that space above the head. Some of you may feel its thickness. Some of you may feel like it's like a liquid lamp, you know, like those, I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it's like a little bubble that rises up and comes back down. Whatever that is for you, maybe it's an angel's wing. Let it be true, because it is. And now just allow yourself to continue to sink your tailbone down, 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 connecting with Earth. The divine on Earth, that is who you are. You are here to walk as the sacred. You are here to live as the sacred at every moment, in every way. All right, beautiful ones. Your nervous system are a lot more calm, so we can begin slowly now. Just allow yourself to imprint this on your nervous system. Send the information to your nervous system that you are calm, simply by twisting your spine, looking over your shoulders. And you can feel this as you twist. You're going to inhale into your belly, so let the belly be really big, so that you're sending the signal that even though you're in a twisted circumstance, you are still expanding. And exhale through the channel that runs through the solar plexus, up through the heart, the throat, third eye, and out through the crown. Send it out into the cosmos. Twisting over to the other side. Again, one hand on the knee, one hand behind your back, just looking over your shoulders, twisting the spine. This time we're going to inhale the cosmos in. Be the cosmic light. Drink it into the belly. Drink, 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 big belly. And exhale, sink it down into Earth. Connecting with the Divine Mother. And come back here. Clap, clap, clap. Rub your hands, warm them up. Bring yourself back into your body. Bring yourself back into an embrace. If you need to, just keep shaking your body so that you're coming back into your body. You can rub and massage yourself, your legs, wherever that feels like it's gone numb. It's good to rub the soles of the feet if you can. And then if you want to, you can also massage your face and massage the side of your head. We're going to continue to keep the crown open. And towards the end, we will close the crown together. All right, beautiful ones. Today, if you just joined, is going to be an incredible one, because we're going to talk a little bit about decolonizing the mind, body, and spirit. Now, before I begin, I just saw some messages here. So I see that, okay, so I just read Amy's message, which is she's in the midst of cocooning and waiting for her wings to spread. And then we have Mo, just a stressy life situation, heart-aching, confusion about my groundation. Groundation, that's such an interesting word. And then Mary, have I lost too much time to truly heal? 70 years old. No, no, not at all. No time has been lost if you really dive deep into the sense of what loss really means. So let us arrive here. Let us come into this beautiful space and let's have a moment to begin to talk about what decolonization means and why it's come up for me in such a big way and why it is what my purpose is. This is what my mentorships are. And if you haven't already, please consider coming in to join us in the Outgrowth, which is a highest self activation journey that is kicking off live tomorrow. This is a mentorship space for 1 month. You get Telegram Q&A, you get you get to be mentored in the Telegram group. You also get tea ceremony activations where we get into this intersubjective field that we spoke about at the beginning, where we are really allowing ourselves to be deepened into the art of receiving and understanding and deeply listening to the ancient wisdom that is within us and all around us actually. So we're going to move into that space tomorrow. So if that's something for you, definitely drop me a DM and we can get you in ASAP, because it is such a beautiful place to begin your journey or deepen your journey of decolonizing your mind, your body, and spirit. So a little background on this whole thing about tea ceremony, why I'm here and holding space through ceremony and ritual. All of that is going to come together. So continue to comment, continue to let me know if there's anything you want clarification on, if there's anything that you feel like is coming up for you, drop them in the comment section, because that's the only way this can become so anchored in, that can become real for you, that can serve you on the highest level. So don't be a quiet observer. This is why I'm here to say it really is all about you leading yourself into spaces that you want to be in. And one of the biggest thing I found when I was decolonizing myself in a big way, I definitely was considering, okay, what part of the story of my journey that I can bring forward today that can really serve you and bring you into that space a little bit more. Some of you have been with me for a while, so you know that I came from a background of literally zero self-love. I had no self-love. I was constantly pretzeling myself into a way that I thought that people would actually approve of, or actually say, this is really good. This is a person worthy of having around us and love and all of that. And eventually that led to anorexia. And about 10 years of my life, I was struggling with eating disorders of all sorts, like from anorexia to binge eating to all of that. So the body, first and foremost, is something I want to bring forward today with regards to decolonizing, because it is really, really important to understand that, when we talk about colonization, we have to acknowledge that we have lived as a humanity. We have lived through some really profound times when colonization was a very real physical thing. And whatever that your ancestors have experienced, you don't even have to talk about an ancestor that you physically knew. It's beyond that. It's your ancestors who have gone through those times and had the resilience, that had that survival mechanism kick in for them, that primal instinct to survive, to thrive, that still lives on, that still echoes through our bodies. And so when we talk about healing or understanding who we are, or living, which is really what my work centers upon, to live as the sacred, to see the world as this beautiful interconnected field where you can come into a place where there is no intense rejection for anything, and neither is there an intense desire and attachment to a certain outcome. That's when you really come into a place where you can drop your judgment, you can drop your discrimination, and fully come into this really open, limitless field of potential. So before we even can get there, we have to understand that to be spiritual, we are not here to deny our bodies. In fact, the body holds the message. The body is communicating to us through the language of the soul. So you can almost say that our physical body is housed in the divine body. And sometimes, especially if you're new to this work, if you're new to this world of like, who am I? What am I made of? What am I here for? Sometimes it's very easy for us to start off to say that, yes, there's a light within us. There is a divine within us. There is a higher self out there somewhere, that we want to reach for, that, or even maybe like Mary says, like, have I lost too much time to truly heal as a 70-year-old? Maybe you came into this work thinking that you need to be healed in some shape or form. Meaning, I can see there is a subconscious message here, a programming, a belief that is sustaining this belief that I'm broken, I need to be fixed, there's something wrong with me, I'm not good enough, etc., etc., etc. So we must come to the body with this knowing that, are there any limiting beliefs right now? For example, that aging is bad, that wrinkles on my face is bad, that gray hair in my hair is bad, that becoming quote unquote fat is bad. We have to become so aware of all the beliefs that either we inherited from another time and space, someone close to us, like our mother, our grandmother, or someone beyond father even. It can be anyone. We have to become so aware of what exactly is running the cellular memories, the unconscious patterns, what is running the system of our body. Because the body is holding a lot of information that can be literally used as alchemical gold. Like, that is the formula to create that safe space that I call a vessel, so that more of your divinity can arrive here and live through you, as you, for you. Because it is very important to understand this. If you hold a belief that I am an anxious person, when I start to feel worry, or when I start to feel something pulsating in my body, I immediately associate it to anxiety, that it's bad for me, etc., etc., etc. Like, you can drop that in the comments if that's you. Then you are already on the track to manifesting anxiety. You're on the track to manifesting all the things that you put a label on: depression, ADHD, can't finish anything. But here I'm telling you, my love, if you feel, for example, the one thing I can tell you from my personal experience working with others and within myself, when I first found this out, I was like, oh my holy goodness. Because I used to feel like, oh my God, like I have anxiety. Because I can feel it, the butterflies in my stomach, that I don't feel good. And yes, I may pronounce the word stomach a little bit weird, and I get like really anxious about my accent. And what I realize as I work with energy, work with universal chi, when I work with the Tao, oh my gosh, what I realized, and also studying with the incredible Dr. Sue, of course, Dr. Sue Morter, if you all know her, shout out to her. I realized that the energy is actually so ready to expand my vessel, that it is pulsating. And meanwhile, because I didn't understand it, I was trying to suppress it. I was literally like, oh my God, like I don't want to worry, so let's just put on some positive vibes, or like I don't want to look at it, like I don't want to go deep into whatever that is showing me. So what I was doing, I was suppressing it. And by suppressing it, it felt like the mind translated it because that the mind only knows what it knows. So the mind took information from other people, maybe information from Google or from past experiences, that, oh, this is anxiety, this is really bad, this is depression, you're not feeling good right now, okay, go puke, go to the loo, this is like all of the things, right? But what it really is this new frequency, this higher level of energy that wants to grow, that wants to expand your vessel so that you can hold more. There is an infinite amount of brilliance and cosmic magnificence waiting to be expressed through you and only through you. And if you're suppressing that, if you're holding yourself back by slapping a label on it, then that is just going to keep repeating and repeating in a cycle, and you're going to live in the box of that label. That's all. And the universe, Tao, cosmos, source, God, whatever you want to call it, the universe is so benevolent, is so benevolent. My pronunciation is quite off the charts today. It's so benevolent because it comes back again. It says, well, you're not ready for this right now. Okay, that's cool. I can come back again. And the next time it comes back, it will ask you, are you ready for it? Let's see. Let's see. Well, looks like this girl is not ready for it this time. Let's go ahead and let's just continue moving on. And the idea, the vision will land somewhere else in the field. And the next thing you know, you're scrolling through social media and you're looking at things and you're like, wait a minute. I had that idea. I thought of that, but someone else has done it. What the hell? Right? So acknowledging first and foremost, like story of my life. Well, if you can laugh about it, that's a really good awareness, by the way, guys. Like if you can laugh about it, like this is the whole point of Zen, that, you know, the monks, they all laugh at themselves all the time. Sages laugh at themselves all the time. So that's a really cool awareness, by the way. So you have to be so aware of your limiting beliefs, what kind of limiting labels you slap on yourself. Like, notice the way you speak. Notice the way your mind speaks. This is a very important thing. Notice how you acknowledge the feelings in your body. If your body feels unwell, what is your usual response? What is your reaction? Are you reactive or are you responsive even? Because most of the time, most of us will be like, oh my God, I'm sick. Let's go grab like something from the doctors, right? Antibiotics, whatever it is. Let's just suppress it, cover it. But the symptom, the whatever you're feeling is just the symptom. And it's become so manifested that it's become physical. From energy form, which is formless, that sign that you could have already received through your gut wisdom as intuition, because our gut is also known as the second brain. We don't just have one brain, we have two brains, and some will even say three brains. And in Taoist healing, in Chinese traditional medicine, we call them dantians. And what we just did together in our activation when we first started, we dropped the energy, any excessive energy from the mind and the heart into this ocean of qi. Why? Because this gut is infinite. That's why, I mean, it's funny because I always thought like, you know, this is also a limiting belief, like, oh my God, I don't want a big gut. But if you see it in energetic form, it's actually an infinite field. It is the universe. It's the universal breath. In Zen, we call it the hara. Why do we breathe into the belly instead of the lungs? Because this is where we stabilize instead of here. If you're breathing here all the time, if your breath is always in the chest, again, tap into your body right now. If you're always like stuck here, so what is happening is that you're breathing at a level where it's a fight-flight response. It's a fight-flight response, so you're active. You're always active. what you want to do is to be able to drop in deeper, practice. It comes with practice, breathing deeply in here, not moving any parts of your body, and then exhaling out from here. This is where we stabilize, and it is also what we call the womb of creation, or the void, because it's the primordial energy here that allows us, that brings us the wisdom of the cosmos, the wisdom that we truly hold within us. That's why a lot of times we were like, I feel it in my gut. I don't know what it is. I don't see how it's going to unfold, but I feel it, because there is constantly a receiving and giving of impulses here. Trillions and trillions of impulses are coming in and going out from here all the time. So you're giving energy and you're also receiving energy. That's why sometimes when you walk to see someone, you're like, I think they're in a bad mood today, before you even speak to them. I think they don't really want me here. Or like when you walk into a space and you bring your energy, you bring the full presence, you're like, you're walking and you're cleansing the field as you walk. And this is a real thing. It's a real thing. So you have to really work with your body in such a fashion that brings forward to your cosmic expression. Your cosmic expression, you know, this is a very real thing. Your spiritual initiation, your unfolding, it is mirrored in the cosmos, all of it, every part of your journey here on earth. And as we connect deeper to earth, we're not running away. We're not saying, I'm a starseed, I'm going to go somewhere else. Or when I meditate, I'm escaping. No, no, no. You're connecting to the divinity that is coming through you to live through you. So this is very important, because you will feel it in your body. And when you're working with energy, you are bringing energy from formlessness into form through how you can learn to collect it in your organs, how to bring energy through your heart. This is manifestation number one. If you don't know how to open your heart, it's very difficult to understand what it means to work with a magnetic field that magnetizes and attracts things that are within your vibrational match. So this is a very, very important thing. Your body is telling you everything. So let's have a little moment here and practice, right? Before we move on to the next mind and spirit. I want you to take a moment and drop into your body. I want you to close your eyes. And in this moment, I want you to bring up something in your life, whether it is from 10 years ago, 10 days ago, or even 10 minutes ago, or maybe even now. Something that has created such a trigger in you that you are ready right now to bring up, and you're saying, I'm ready to look at it. I'm ready to alchemize it. Because every lead is also gold. The divine is an undifferentiated, quote-unquote, chaos of oneness. To be infinite, it means that you're going back to no time, no space. And that journey actually begins inside of you. Right here, this microcosm that is a reflection of the macrocosm. So yes, bring that trigger up, because every trigger is here to grow us, to expand us, to weave into our spiritual path a radiance that only you can emanate into the field. So take a moment here, bring that trigger up, and I want you to tap into your body right now. Where in your body are you feeling this experience? I don't want any labels, I just want you to feel where in your body you're feeling it right now. Whether it was a heartbreak, whether it was something your mind said is a failure. Let yourself come in deeper into your body. Where is it? Is it around the solar plexus? Is it around the spleen area? Is it around the heart? Now pay attention to it. Don't lose sight of it. Slowly bring your breath of life into that space. And as the breath, you are entering the space in your fullness as the highest light that you can ever be today. Anchor into a high level of frequency, the highest you can ever summon up today. And meet this energy, this charge, this tension that you're feeling in the body fully. Bring it in. As though you are a mother kneeling down to look the child, the crying child, the moaning child in the eye. And there is no criticism, no judgment. You're shining your light completely here. Hold this charge fully. Become a circle of light. Embrace that charge and breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Breath of life. Each breath a ball of light. And you will slowly begin to feel the kinks begin to dissolve. Continue to breathe. Breathe in love. Just hold that part of your body completely in love. Hold it. So much love. Love that you have never known is arriving here. Immense, unconditional love. Exhale all the way out. Inhale again. More love. Exhale, dissolving the charge into love. A few more times like this. No more thoughts of holding it back. You're completely fully here, present to whatever it needs now. No more need to silence this energy in your body because you are home. You are fully home. Light the candles, sweep the corridors, dust off the cobwebs. Dissolve all of it into your light. Be the sacred temple of love now. For you, as you, through you. Breathe in deeply now. One more time. And you're going to bring that part of the body that's now dissolved into light back into the channel in the center of your body and exhale it into the ocean of qi below the navel, into the dantian. Drop it in. Let the fire under the water take it. Now we're going to inhale from the heart of Mother Earth all the way up. You know how to do it. Big belly breath Inhale, continue to inhale, spread open your solar plexus, let it be free. Inhale even more into the heart, open the heart. Open, stretch your arms out, stretch your shoulder blades out. Let your auric field be wider and bigger than the body. Let the auric field widen, perhaps outside of the room into the city. Roll your physical eyes up. When your eyes are closed, you can still do that. Just hold it. And now exhale into the center of the brain. Don't let the light out, just into the center of the brain. Release the body, release the eyes. Just let yourself feel the energy fill up the mind. Let the mind revel in this light. You may feel like cherry blossoms, petals of cherry blossoms floating down. Or maybe angel wings. Maybe women dancing in the rain. Let it be true, let it be alive and free. Let it be ancient wisdom, deep in the core of your being, surfacing, reminding you of who you really are. You can open your eyes now, come back. Let me know how you're feeling. Mercedes, perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. BD says, yes, to be responsible in every direction is the desire. Francine, okay, these are messages from before. Rose, the song was lovely. What was it? I feel amazing. I don't know which song that was playing because there were several songs. So is it just the last one? Let me know. And right now, let's move to the mind. Let's move to decolonizing the mind. This is a really, really powerful one because the mind controls the body in a lot of ways, right? The mind thinks something and the body thinks it's true. And so we have to be aware of the mind. And when I talk about the mind, I'm talking about the logical mind, the analytical mind, not the universal mind, although that is its true nature, that we are here to cultivate, to sharpen and refine it into. This is where rituals and ceremony come into play. Wow, oh my gosh, I'm just seeing all your beautiful messages. Yes, take a pause here. Nelly, that was lovely. Francine, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Francine. Please let me know. Lovely. Heart, 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 heart. Yes, I feel you. Erin, powerful. Oh my gosh, yes. Rose, oh, the last one. Okay, let me have a little check there. I'll check and let you know. Mo, whole lot of tears. Yes, that is it. Let yourself open up. Because when we suppress a part of us, we are also suppressing the part of us that is meant to receive the abundance, the limitlessness of the universe. That is who we are. That's who we are. That's who we are. We are no longer here to suppress. We're no longer here to hold back. And this is my intention. This is all. If there's anything, this is my work. This is what I'm here to do. That you can live as the divine fearlessly. That you can walk with certainty in the unknown because you know that you are the divine. You are divine. You are infinite. You are made of source. You are the cosmos unfolding through you, as you, for you. The cosmos hasn't finished writing its story. The Big Bang, yeah? It's writing its story through you. And so let's, Francine. I also have tears. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. It is a very powerful practice. I do a lot of this work deeper at a deeper level with my clients in our mentorship space. And now that we're moving into the mind, it's a perfect place to literally talk about more of the liminal things that we do that allows us to drop out of our identifying mind and drop out of the identity so that we can move into a space that allows us to remember our infinity and then come out and transform the energy into physicality. So we talk, well, I don't really like the word manifestation, but it literally is what it is. When you have a vision, how can you bring that forward? How can you collapse time and space? How can we create miracles? All of that begins in the alignment of your mind, body, spirit, your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions. So you are either being played by your emotions or you are playing with your emotions. So your emotions are very important. You can create through thoughts, feelings, emotions. Thoughts, feelings, actions are also the components that we're going to talk about now. So Alexis, even though I just joined, that was lovely, so powerful and so peaceful, healing. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, Alexis. The sun newly in Aquarius supports this liberation. Yes, incredible that we're here today on the first day of Aquarius season. So I'm very excited. And there's more to come, more to come. Thanks for picking this up. Hold more tears releasing. We are the divine. Yes, we are. We are. We are. So let's touch upon decolonizing the mind. Most of the time, what a colonized mind feels like is you have to compete. You live in scarcity. There's not enough to go around the world. And the mind will justify it. It will find the evidence. It will focus stubbornly on the things and it will find it. It's like Google. It's like Google. You can go on Google and you can justify anything. You can literally put in like, is oat milk bad? And it will tell you, yes, oat milk is bad. And then there's another article that says oat milk is great. So the mind has this powerful ability to sieve through information, to analyze, to plan, and all of that, which is important in its ways. But as the divine designed, you know, as source designed this beautiful equipment for us, the mind, it isn't for us, and we forgot. But it is not for us to identify as the mind. It is a steward. It is a part of us that helps us. It's like the knife that helps us to chop through the illusions, to cut up the vegetables and allow us to make a soup out of it. But if you pick up the knife and you use the knife to eat, and you use the knife to brush your teeth, you use the knife to shower, then you are hurting yourself. So we must put the mind in its place. We must understand what the mind is here for and how we can use the mind in the proper way. And the proper way to use the mind is to bring the awareness into our body, our feelings, and our thoughts, and our actions. And in Chinese, we call it Yi. Yi is actually one of the 5 spirits, but Yi, basically, long story short, we all have a vision. We all have imagination. It's a powerful, powerful gateway to create. It's a powerful gateway for us to go back to source, to remember we are one with source. Now, that is a formless spirit that starts to drift in. It drifts into us through our dreams. It drifts in through our imagination, our meditation, our visualization. And then what happens is that it continues to drift down. It will be brought down to us into an intention. Intending, what actions are we going to take that will anchor in this vision? What intention or actions are going to anchor in the vision? So this is what often people say, act as if it's already done, or be the one, become the one that is in the vision. The visionary you begins now. The highest self you, whatever you call it, begins now. Right? So any limiting beliefs, again, using the mind to become aware of it is very important. It's like we want to become aware of how the mind is playing itself. So one of the things that I want to say is that there is always something called what we call ego. Yeah. And the more you do the spiritual work, you know, you go into meditation, you go to yoga, you go to do whatever you do, like to cultivate yourself. I'm sure you've all experienced this, or you may have witnessed this before, where you begin to separate yourself from the other people that you think are not doing the work, right? And you look at the other people who are doing the work and you start to see like, oh, I really want to be like this, or that looks really good. Like I can probably work towards that. And that propels you, that drives you. So I went through this myself and I started to become aware of something that wasn't quite right. It wasn't sitting quite right for me. I noticed that if I were to identify fully as the divine, if I know that I'm limitless, if I know that I'm infinite, then I wouldn't be looking at the infinite separately. It almost feels like there is the me without the I. So I often say this, I say this often to my clients, if I'm here and I am doing God's work, for example, if I'm here becoming the crystalline vessel for the cosmos to express through me, if I'm fully there, I wouldn't say it as I am the steward of God. I wouldn't say it as I am doing God's work. The I literally disappears. The I am literally disappears because I literally am that. That is who I am. Yeah? Stay with me here. If this is confounding you, just stay with me here. So I began to realize that, oh wow, the mind is such a powerful entity, because the minute it uplevels, the way it works with spirit, the way it works with the soul, you have to become so aware of when the ego rears its head out. How does it rear its head out? It will separate you from others. It's like, I'm a star seed, they're not. Or I am doing the work, they're not. And you put them in the pit while you put yourself on a pedestal. Now I am cosmic. Now I am God. Now I am the fractal of the divine. Now we are different. You and your community. Now you're different. And this is a real thing that is being encouraged in a lot of dogmatic religions for many centuries, and for a good reason, because it bands a community together. It brings people into a space where they are able to do incredible, unbelievable things. It has happened in the Renaissance, and when the people back then they discovered that I am made in the image of God, they created incredible things at that time. And so I can fully understand where the teachings are coming from, and now you can even go deeper with the knowing that eventually the mind will realize that there is actually nothing at the destination. You will arrive at your destination, and you will find that it's empty. You will find that it's absolutely empty. Where is the bliss? Where is the joy? Oh my God, I actually even feel some sadness here because I feel like sometimes I'm so close to the divine, and then when I'm back into the physical life, I'm plugged off. This is the moment where you are being invited to go even deeper into your multidimensionality. And the mind will continue to criticize, the mind will continue to judge and discriminate if you do not know how to dissolve the mind into the source of who you are. What we just did there with the body, by the way, no, Francine, let me touch on that in a bit. What we just experienced there in the body, I literally brought your mind into the body. When you place your mind in your body, there's a saying in Chinese traditional medicine, in Taoist healing, where the mind goes, qi follows. And that is the power of the mind that we want to work with. When we place our mind in the cosmos, we can directly channel. We become a channel of source. When we place our mind in the deep ocean of qi, we become cosmic stillness. We don't want the mind to be scattered. What's happening in the world largely right now is that we're reacting. We scroll, we look, news everywhere. Yes? Even when we're going about our daily lives, we react. And we forget that we are the divine in motion. We are the divine, the creator in flesh. So Francine is saying this, and I love this. I'm going to tackle this with you right now. Francine asked, so should we not put ourselves on a pedestal? I say no. Now, this is why it is so important to bring forward a little bit of the practice that I share, that I am a wisdom keeper of. And the practice is called the Way of Tea. The Way of Tea is also known as Cha Dao. And Cha Dao is a beautiful way of connecting with a plant that we know of as tea. And the way is a sacred path, it's a sacred, anchored, embodied way of living where we all sit on an even floor, and we're not putting ourselves on a pedestal, we're not putting others on the pedestal, we're also not putting ourselves deep in the pit or putting others in the pit. Now, this is probably easier said than done. I totally understand that. But there is a way to really practice this way of living. And one of that is to really see through the illusions of why we put certain people on the pedestal, why we put certain people in the pit. There is a system to the way we live that we use to navigate through life. But when we retire, when we willingly say no more, that's when we are truly living from this unity consciousness. Now, we are all here to working towards, right? So if we put ourselves on a pedestal, that means there are other people that are lower than us, right? So what happens is you become really proud of how far you've come. You're really, really, really proud of yourself. And then you look at other people and you're like, wow, they're just a little bit further down there. So good luck to them, right? What's happening is that you're creating this wall around you. This wall around you is going to shut out a lot of that direct channeled wisdom that is going to come through you. This wisdom that I speak of is also an expression of the divine. The divine wants what you want. Yes, the vision you get is not a coincidence. The things that you say, I want, this is not a coincidence. But the minute you put yourself on a pedestal, the things you want, the vision you get, they may not actually be your truth. They may not be aligned with your divine truth. Why? Because now, when you put yourself on a pedestal, you begin to look even further ahead. And you're saying that person is something that I don't have. I'm going to go there. But actually, you don't really want that. You just want the feeling of having that. And that feeling can come through different shapes and form in this limitless world that we live in. So it is very important for you to understand that, the polarity, the law of polarity that the universe operates on. When we think that things are in the opposites, they're actually coming from the same source. All opposites come from the same source. Yin exists in yang, yang exists in yin. So this is where you start to really bridge the gap between who you really think you are and who you really are. This goes back to what I was talking about. It's like you think you arrive at the destination and you're going to feel all the things, and then you actually realize that, oh, actually that whole point, the symbol of my becoming, the symbol of my heightened state of vibration was actually the journey, not the destination. So you have to begin to decolonize the mind, because the mind has been trained to believe that there is a destination that will make me something, that will give me something. But the more we're able to cleanse the mind of all these societal conditioning, the more you're able to understand and see the oneness in all. Everything is interconnected. Everything. Every single thing, every single person. And then you will come in with more compassion. You will come in with more love, because it's naturally what it is. It's naturally who you are. Okay? So one thing I really wanted to bring forward here, let me just scroll through and make sure I didn't miss any of your... did I miss anything? Let's see. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. All right, if not, then I'll continue going. I'll just move this right here so you can see me. So when we talk about the mind, it is one of the biggest proponents. It's in all the sacred texts. It's all in the sacred practice and ancient wisdom. When you're able to remain awake to the mind and its ways, you are literally in mastery. So one of the things that I found very, very powerful and useful to learn is the understanding of the cycles, the cyclical rhythm of the cosmos, the cyclical rhythm of disintegration, creation, integration, over and over and over again, can be the most powerful thing you can grasp and master and learn to receive and flow with, so that it gives you the best space to allow your vessel to expand as the most authentic self that you are. And one of the things about ceremony, which is, oh, I love that question. Let's talk about that a bit. But before that, one thing I want to share is that when we drop into ceremony, I love saying that ceremony is really the highest form of expressing love. And love is really the highest form of expression of the cosmos. And rituals and ceremony, they hold this contact. They allow us to be in contact with this in-between space where there's non-verbal transmission to allow you to arrive at this, now I understand. Words can only go as far. It really does. There is something about this understanding that you build when you come into an intersubjective field where soul to soul meet. There is something about the energy that are transmitted to each other that you really feel like, oh my gosh, there is something here that no words can explain, but it lands for me. And you can hold contact with that deep space, not dependent on what you know, not dependent on what certificate you hold. No matter how many certificates you have on your wall, it doesn't bring more expertise or mastery to this ability to hold contact in that field, that liminal space. The way in is for you to drop in, like I just said, putting the mind in the cosmos. It's not something I can draw out literally. You have to go there. And if you feel afraid of going there, ask yourself why. Because I don't know? Because how do you do it? The how exposes so many subconscious patterns to me. If you ask how is coming from the mind. How is coming from the analytical mind that only knows what it already knows. It gathers information from the past. So a mind full of preconceived ideas, subjective intentions or habits is not open to things as they are. So take a moment here. Things as they are. If I were just to take it as she says, put the mind in the cosmos, what does that mean for me? How does that feel? And this goes hand in hand with your willingness to be in contact with another person, whether you're looking for a soulmate, whether you're working with a soul aligned client. This contact allows you to go to a place where you can palpate the field and you can feel where their energies are, and you're guided by the energy. And as you drop out of the discriminatory mind, you can be deeply, fully in the listening mode, where you're not trying to force them to be something that you want them to be, where you're not trying to control the situation so that the quote-unquote worst case won't happen, but you know everything is happening for you. Everything is for your highest. Cindy is saying, I feel stuck on my next steps. Any thoughts? Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean stuck? What do you mean next steps? Get into it. Get into the bones of it. So when we drop into ceremony, we come in with an absolute humility to meet the absolute, the all that is. You enter into that space with absolute humility. You allow spirit and grace to lead you. This is that infinite space. That is why we practice in ceremony with tea to hold the core of a clean vessel. Firstly, to clear our mind of what is related to something you picked up in the past, a conditioning, an idea, a belief. Then you become more and more psychic. Then you become more and more able to refine your ability to witness and to sense subtler energies. So close to the divine. So close to the present now. Being in the present moment, You are not interjecting with your opinions. You're not coming in with past experience and saying, no, that's not possible because that happened before. You're coming in with an open heart, an open mind. And that is what a transmission is. It leads straight from the heart to your heart. You are never stuck. You cannot be stuck. If you know, Cindy, take a moment with me and everyone else here. If you know without a shadow of a doubt that you are the divine in the human form, if you know that everything is happening for you at the highest order, if you know that there is a limitless field of potential waiting for you with your free will to make a choice, pull out what it is that you desire, pull out what it is that you are envisioning. If you know that without a shadow of a doubt, what will you be doing? Who will you be? And if you sense any beliefs coming up for you here right now, that you can't do it, it's impossible, there's not enough money, blah, 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 bring it up. Let's see it. Let's bring it up. So Mo is saying, so putting the mind somewhere so that the chin, is it the chin? The chin can follow there, not about thinking or actually actively doing something, but more letting go of activity. Yes. And sense what is here and now. Yes. Exactly it, Mo. You've got it. Connect with your whole or deeper being. Exactly. And when I do this work in mentorship, I work with your energy body through tea, because I'm human. I'm going to be honest and admit this. If you haven't noticed already, I am human. And I will come in as a crystalline vessel as much as I can. And I work hand in hand with a medicine that is living, that is true, that is so profoundly rooted in the cosmos. Like literally when I pour tea, I'm pouring the entire cosmos into your bowl. It encompasses the entire universe. And it is so filled with love. Tea loves being with humans. And so when I work with her, when I work with Tea Spirit, I am spiritually attuned, and I'm not affected by the dust of my own experience, my own filters. And that door is wide open for us to enter together into an infinite field where we can play, and I can guide your energy into where can we go, what is even possible, what is even more possible than possible. And that's what we call like osmosis. When you're with someone who's been there, who's gone before you, you calibrate to that power very quickly. That comes after decolonization. That comes after decolonizing you. So Cindy's saying, I just don't know what to focus on next, and I am trying not to let other behaviors affect my energy. Yes, this is outgrowth, Cindy. If you were not here before, I highly recommend that you check out. We're kicking off tomorrow. It's called The Outgrowth. It's the highest self journey. And this activation, we do mentorships together. We come into ceremony together. We learn to work with Tea Spirit. We learn to work in the infinite field, the 0 point field, where you drop into the depth of cosmic stillness, where you understand, where you can get clear on who you really are. What is your original nature? What are your highest values? And these are very important for you to get clear on before you even think about how other people's behaviors can never affect me anymore. Because when you actually get clear on these things, and it happens at every level, my friend, it happens at every level. You heighten to the next level, there's another level of values. It keeps living and changing and evolving as you are an evolutionary being. You begin to understand that, they have their own values, as do I have different values. So that's all that is. So nobody's on a pedestal, nobody's in the pit. Their behaviors won't affect you because of that. So this is an embodied experience that I really want you to drop into. So if you're like I'm so done of living like this, and I want to really drop in to honor my story, my life, my presence, and live as the sacred, the outgrowth is where you want to be right now, truly, truly. So I'll continue reading. I feel like I am being heard, but my reality is not reflecting how I feel, but I am trying not to focus. Yeah. So I see this so often, my love. So you have to come into a place to learn. Come in and learn the evolutionary cyclical rhythms. Disintegration, creation, and integration. Actions, feelings, thoughts, how do we bring them all together? Really, all these things are so important. So important. Like the minute we hit that part, especially the part where we thought that, I'm doing the spiritual work, why am I not seeing the results? We're colonizing ourselves. We're coming from the colonizer's thoughts of, when I do something, when I give something, I need to receive something. That's not a place to be vibrationally. That's not a place to be vibrationally. And if you want to collapse time to see it in your circumstances, you gotta be so decolonized. You have to be so clear, so unwavering, and live as the divine that you are. This is something that's so beyond. So I just want to share this with you, because your reality will always reflect what is going on in your subconscious. So what are your sponsoring thoughts? Meaning your consciousness may be saying like, yes, I am amazing, I'm the highest self, but there's something in the subconscious that you're not clear, that you haven't cleared out, that is still holding the vibration of lack, that is still holding the vibration of scarcity, of stuckness, of being held back by others. Because from what you're telling me, Cindy, I can tell that you believe that somebody else is holding you back. I can tell that you believe that you're stuck. If you already believe that, how are you going to be living a fluid, divine, flowing life? How can you feel it in your being that you are the highest self? No. That's why we have to cultivate the art of impeccable presence, the art of being fully embodied. And this evolves, it happens. It's not something that's stagnant. It's like every level of consciousness we go, we continue to evolve. And that's why mentorship is so important. That's why being in spaces that gets this, that continues to live and move with this outgrowth is so important. That's why I created Outgrowth. I want it to be a fluid space where you get to grow out of your current state, that allows you to grow out of this current state. Because I'm seeing too many people cutting themselves short because they're so afraid that if I grow out of this space, wherever I am, then nobody will be my friend anymore. Nobody will get me anymore. I don't belong anywhere anymore. There is an aspect of fear and lack of trust when we believe in that. So believe that you get to live on and expand in a space that gives you the opportunity and claps when you are expanding in all the ways that you are. And I've gone through this my whole life, so I know what I'm talking about. Even really advanced practitioners, they know this. It's like they're so scared of growing out of their certifications. So being impeccable in our presence is a very, very advanced skill. And it comes from lived wisdom. And I've lived many lifetimes to bring forward this wisdom. And I continue to live. I continue to break through my limiting beliefs. I continue to be willing to see the illusions that are holding me back. And I'm willing to take feedback from outside of me to see that, actually, this is telling me that there's something in my consciousness that I haven't quite worked out yet. So if you have a distorted channel and you have a weak connection to spirit, it creates this opportunity to break this contact with the divine within us. So be very real, be very honest. That is how you begin to decolonize your mind and your body and your spirit, okay? Right, so I think I've gone on like really long today, so I'm gonna go a little bit more and answer a couple more questions that are here, and then we will wrap up. Okay, so I think we talk about the mind, and we're going to just talk a little bit about the spirit, and what I found out through my own experience, and then we will take a few more questions, and then we can wrap up. Okay, Francine saying, what type of tea? So tea that I work with are all very much sourced from what we call living tea. So the tree expresses the entire environment. It carries the story of the environment that it's in. And the leaf itself is a full expression of the tree. So we want to work with trees that are ancient, wild growth. We want to work with artisans who really do not force the seasonality of the trees. So they honor and respect the way the leaf wants to be made instead of the other way around. And most of the tea, if you talk about locationally, their origins are indigenous. So China, Vietnam, mostly China, sometimes Taiwan. And yeah, we work with that in the way of tea that I practice, and that is part of the activation to bring you into spirit, to enter into spirit of living as the divine that you truly are. The divine isn't far away from you. It's right here. It's right here. So Mo is saying, it's so nice to see how moved you are right now, telling of your passions and deep sharing about what tea ceremony is for you. Yes, I definitely have come a long way. You know, when I first had tea in the way that I did in ceremony, it broke me open. That was the first time I ever felt like I was home, what home means to me without a physical location. Maybe physical in the sense like this body, but home and connection with my ancestors after years and years of denial of who I was and where I'm from in this lifetime. And then further down the road, it became so transcendental that I was able to work in the energy field with different women that came in to work with me. I used to work with men, but now mainly with women. And now we dive into multidimensionality. We traverse the realms, the dimensions, and to understand our cosmic origin is one of the keys to liberation. How can we be free in the world that we live in today? Understand our cosmic origins. Understand that through entering nature, we enter into our original nature. And I want to read something here. I want to read something here that's really important for everyone to take away. Original nature is the state of archaic wholeness, of undifferentiated unity between self and cosmos. Referred to in the Nating Suan as the ancient time when people understood the way of Tao. Original nature is the ground of being. It exists in me before I know myself as I. It existed before the world was broken into the opposites. According to the Nating, the people of ancient times lived constantly in this state of wholeness. They were tranquilly content in nothingness, and the true vital force accompanied them always. To them, it did not matter whether a man held a high or low position in life. These men can be called pure at heart. They are without fear of anything. They are in harmony with Tao, the right way. Thank you, Autumnalist Creatrix. Thank you, Julie. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. So to wrap off everything, I want to just share a transmission I wrote for Decolonizing the Spirit. And if you have any questions, do drop them in right now before I finish. I can check it. So here goes. Part of the journey to decolonize the spirit is the realization that at the destination, there is only emptiness. This emptiness is what makes our physical being useful. Being to non-being, somebody to nobody. And that is when your sacred eyes open up to see that all of that, the journey to the destination, your mind thought will be the symbol of your success, is the symbol itself. The cosmos is alive, and the symphony is unfolding through us, as us, for us. This idea is difficult for most people on the spiritual path to self-discovery. because most come into this work to manifest as the limitless self. So the seemingly paradoxical idea that you have to become nobody is a hard one to swallow. Trust me, I've been there. You are on the right track. T has guided me so many times, every moment, every single moment, that she lights the way in the darkness. She has shown me that I am limitless, and I get to choose. Every choice point, I get to choose to be limitless or limited. And T does this in a beautiful way because she does not judge. She does not judge. She's a loving spirit. And she carries the wisdom of earth so profoundly. So this is the key. You must first dissolve into God and become nobody. You must become one with source, back to formlessness, one with the field of infinite potential where it is no thing. Because it is in the absence of things, presence of things is born. And T, in ceremony, it opens that gateway. We are the key. When we come in fully with that humility to receive grace, to receive the wisdom, we are part of the ceremony. We are every part of the ceremony. Without us, there's no ceremony. And that when we enter the spirit of T in this way, when we honor her, when we revere her, that's when we are guided straight into the field, into the center of the infinite field, into the cosmos, into source. This is where you become infinite. This is where you become cosmic stillness, so still to the human eye because you are vibrating at such a high level of frequency that it all appears still. And then, of course, you learn to come into form, containing, expanding, and transforming energies through your physical organs, your consciousness, and your spiritual body, and your sacred eye. Remember what you are. You are the observer. Where your attention goes, manifestation happens. This is pure creation, a channel for miracles and evolutionary innovations and initiations. This is certainty in the unknown. This is letting God live through you. This is living the life of ceremony. So, Love Berry, oh my God, this is was so beautiful. I love to whisper love into my daily cup of tea. Thank you for your teachings. And don't forget to listen to your tea. She has a lot to tell you. And sometimes it may not make sense. Most of the time it doesn't. But receive it, write it down. It will make sense. All will come into fruition. So, the ramblings of a madman, I love that. I am that I, that I, that I am. And eventually, we are nothingness. That is who we are in the end. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure. I am so happy that you are still here after 1.5 hours. If you love this, please share. As I said, the replay will live on my Instagram grid, so you get to check back in. And if you wish to dive deeper with me, you can always come in to the outgrowth. I also do one-to-one bespoke tea ceremony activations in person or online. I'm based in Edinburgh now, but I do travel, so let me know. We can chat about that if you want to do it in person. You can absolutely do that. And that bespoke tea ceremony activation, the full credit can be used towards a mentorship space within the month. So you get the full credit, you can use it again. So really, it's a win-win, incredible win-win that I really want for you. And the outgrowth is truly incredible. Like, I already have the most incredible women in there. If you want to join us, it's an intimate space. Come on in. Let's grow out of the current reality that you're in and receive all the goodness that you're here to have and become the divine. Let that live through you. And Erin, is there somewhere else? Oh, So beautiful. Is there somewhere else that we can donate so that part of it doesn't get taken from you? Thank you so much, Erin. I don't really know. You can drop me in. Well, I think there is. You can always support me, to be honest, through purchasing anything from my website. It's on my link in the bio. Anything at all is always appreciated. And I appreciate you anyway. Share, love, subscribe if you wish to. And for you as well, you know, if you feel that I am the one for you, the mentor that's going to take you to greater heights, say yes for you, because it is you that you're investing in. And you want to share that. You want to share that goodness. Really, it's time that we stop hiding our spiritual work, the behind the scenes. It's really important for the world to see it so that they know that, oh, this is what it really takes. This is what it is. Okay? All right, beautiful ones. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.